All right. So, Dr. Lager, tell me a little bit about yourself.
I was born and raised in Chicago, Illinois. Then I went east for school at the University of Pennsylvania. Went to George Washington University School of Medicine for medical school. Came back up north a bit to do my internship at St. Vincent's Hospital and Medical Center in the Village with the Village people. It was an amazing time. Then I went to SUNY Downstate in Brooklyn for 4 years of my orthopedic surgery residency. Learned a lot, slept little. Then I went to Union Memorial, Baltimore for my sports medicine fellowship, spent time with the Ravens, a bunch of Division I colleges, ate and slept and breathed sports medicine for a whole year. Came to New York, New Jersey area. I founded Gotham City Orthopedics in 2009, and we've been moving and grooving ever since.
Okay. Run that by one more time. Let's just be a little louder. You had all this
Louder?
energy before, man.
What's that?
Yeah,
I had all this energy?
You had all this energy before, and now...
Yeah, I could try to get out of the monotone. So maybe something a little less broad.
Okay.
Or otherwise the...
Why?
Yes.
What made you decide to become a sports medicine orthopedic surgeon?
Jeanette, I was a swimmer in high school, and my goal at the time was to make the Olympic trials in 1992. I had no illusions of grandeur, or delusions of grandeur. I didn't think I was going to make the Olympics. That wasn't going to happen. But I really did think that I could make it to the trials, and that was all I really wanted to do. Unfortunately, my body gave out on me, and even though I was top 16 in the country for many events, as I started my senior year, my knee just got to be more and more painful. I could swim fewer and fewer events. I was second in Illinois in breaststroke, and then I couldn't swim breaststroke anymore. I was number 3 for butterfly, and then I couldn't swim butterfly anymore, and there were only 4 strokes. And so slowly I ran out of them. I went to the University of Pennsylvania for swimming, and I was told by the coach that they have an amazing doctor and that he would make me better. And he tried. He did try. I did have surgery in the fall of my freshman year. Unfortunately, they cut a nerve, and I really wasn't the same. And I was pre-med at the time, and I had no idea what I really wanted to be, but I did have allegedly amazing care. It just didn't go the way I had wanted it. But some of the touchy-feely things that I thought maybe would have made a better patient experience were not present, and that was always in the back of my mind. And I thought that since this all started as me being a patient, that I really have a patient perspective. And so I think that they talk about the doctor being the patient. A lot of doctors are terrible patients. The good thing was I got to be a patient before I was a doctor, and so I think that's molded me.
Energy.
More energy?
Keep that energy.
Oh, keep that energy.
You started that energy, and then you went a little somber on me.
Right.
Really?
Yeah.
Where are we going now? Where are we
But
headed?
does that make me seem more empathic?
Right.
I'm not selling electronics.
That's very true.
Like Crazy Eddie. Sale on Saturday!
Boom! Cars!
Yeah,
Cars!
yeah.
Where are we headed to now? So we got to why he became a doctor.
So I guess maybe ask me more about, what do you think is important? What do you think that patients think are important?
Okay. Dr. Lager, what do you think patients think is important?
I think that the patient experience is evolving. And when I started out in 2005, life was much different. Now, I find that people want expediency. They want online appointments to be made and secured. They want text messaging. Phone calls at the office, I think, died a long time ago.
Yeah.
And you think you need to be on pace with what the public wants. And I think we try to do that as the best we can. Particularly, I think with the verification of insurances, it's very difficult. The insurance companies, I think on purpose, make it difficult for you to know what your plan allows and what it doesn't allow. The good news is that we accept all insurances. We have insurance verification people that tirelessly work to make sure that patients understand what they need and when they need it. My job is to understand what the patient needs from a physical standpoint, and I think that listening is important. I think understanding how to live with their requests and lifestyles are important. So when I was an intern, I did cardiothoracic surgery, and that saved lives. That is amazing, amazing type of work. I save lifestyles now, and I think that's also very rewarding. And particularly in New York City, there are some type A personalities, there's some AAA personalities, and everyone's on the go, and I would say that most of the injuries that we see are overuse sports medicine injuries. And 30 years ago, Nike started the campaign Just Do It. I think sometimes perhaps it's better to just not do it and listen to your body. The body really knows what is happening, and I think unfortunately sometimes we fail to listen to it. And so I think to be able to understand how to work with patients who are injured but don't want to give up what they do on a daily basis because it provides them so much pleasure. So I get runners that are training for events and they say, I know I broke my leg, but I want to run next week. That's probably not a very reasonable goal. I love their enthusiasm. I do. I love it. They don't want to stop. But in some instances, you have to stop. So then we'll talk about whether they can do hydrotherapy, they can do something like non-weight-bearing yoga, they can do something so they can stay active, but still manage their symptoms and treat themselves and follow the protocols appropriately.
Golden.
Sit your butt down and